gorgeous! Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do a tutorial for you guys using one of the new palettes that I picked up here. I have the Moondust palette from Urban Decay, and actually I'm kind of mixing two other palettes as well. Now, I don't normally like to have more than two palettes in a look, but I was feeling kind of, I don't know, adventurous. I just got back in from California last night, and I've had an amazing week out there. So if you're a subscriber or you're watching and you're from Cali, oh my goodness, I envy you. I would love to live out there. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and start by priming my eyelid, and I am using a new primer here. This is from Laura Mercier, and it is the Eye Basics in Flax. So it's just a base. I like this because it's kind of like a nude color that's really close to my skin tone. It's kind of yellowish, which I have kind of a yellow olive skin tone going on, so I think this is perfect. Now so far I have no creasing whatsoever, and I've had this on for about 2 hours. So I'm going to take a brush and kind of blend this a bit. Now, while I'm letting that dry, I will be reaching into the Tarte palette. This one is the Tartelette in Bloom, and I'm just going to use some matte from this palette itself. So, taking a brush here, I'm going to grab, and that should be, yeah, actually that dried really quickly. I'm going to grab this shade right here, and it's called Smarty Pants. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that to my crease. Tilt my mirror a little bit too so I can see what I'm doing, because it's kind of helpful. And I'm going to bring it all the way from the outer edge as well of my actual lid, and then back in the crease and all the way inwards towards the inner part of my crease. What I'm going to go ahead and do next is take another shade from this palette. This is in Jet Setter, which is just a little bit darker. Again, it's another matte shade, and I'm going to apply this to the outer edge here, and basically almost all the way in my crease towards the beginning of my eye. I'm just going to kind of blend it out a bit. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab a color from this Morphe palette. This is the 35S, which I'm assuming means smoke. I don't know, it could be, who knows. But in this palette, I'm going to grab this green shade right here, because I've been eyeballing it for like a hot minute, and I really wanted to do something green today. So I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to pack this on pretty heavily. I'm going to apply it all the way to my crease. Now, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't that impressed with this palette. Most of the colors in here are just kind of okay. Would I repurchase this one? No. I like quite a few of the Morphe palettes though, but I think there's about 8 shades in this that I really like. The rest are just kind of blah. But as you guys can see, the pigmentation of this color, I gotta build it up. But I like the color itself, so I don't mind working on it. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is get a little crazy with it. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Moondust palette. I'm grabbing a shade in here called Light Year, which is 100% sexy, okay? Can we just look at this for a moment? Like, yeah, I know, look at the crappy nails. Ooh. That color has an amazing shift to it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the e.l.f. makeup mist and set. This is the Illuminating Mist and Set. And a brush to apply this. Get my brush damp. And I'm going to grab just a little bit of Lightyear here. I'm going to go ahead and pat this on basically everywhere that I have that green eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go ahead and let that dry before I do anything else because we don't really want to smear the glitter. We don't really want it to like drag all over the place. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a color in here. It's Jet Setter again, which is right here. I'm using just a small amount and I'm going to blend it right where it meets that brown. A little bit at a time because I don't really want it to overwhelm the green. And then I'm going to go in with another color. The color that I will be using is called Activist, and it's kind of like a deep warm brown, and I'm only using literally a small amount because this color is rather pigmented and I don't want it to kind of drown the entire look. So a little bit at a time here. I'm putting it in the outer edge of my crease. Now I'm going to grab another color called Smoke Show, which is another matte, and it is the darkest matte they have in this palette. This one's more of like a cool brown. And not only is it going to go right on top of Activist, but I'm going to put it along the outer edge as well and just kind of smoke it out a bit. And do a little bit of blending. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a highlight. For the highlight, I'm going to use Charmer from the In Bloom palette, which is the very lightest shade in here. And as you guys can see, there's quite a bit of fallout actually from the Morphe palette, which again, that palette is not my favorite palette. I like a lot of their other palettes, but this one kind of fell short. I did like a few colors, hence why I wanted to use it. Let me go ahead and blend that out since I applied that highlight real quick. So just gonna do very quick, gentle blending. Now, what I'm gonna go ahead and do next is my eyeliner. I always do this off camera. Let me do that. I will be using the Colourpop Cream Gel color, and this is in Swerve. It's tried and true. I'm almost out of it. It's just a plain black color, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the upper wing, which is super fun. Now I'm gonna use a black, I guess like a pencil liner or an automatic pencil liner. This is from Chanel. This is the double crayon, excuse my twang, Crayon. Anyways, this is the eyeliner duo in Ebony Earth, and I'm gonna use Ebony to go along my, like underneath my lower lash line and connect the upper lashes to the bottom. Now I'm gonna go ahead and smudge this out as well. So I'm gonna use a brush to do that, and then I'm going to apply some eyeshadow just to kind of help. And there's a ton of fallout, but I will be cleaning that up here in just a moment. So what I'm going to do next, since I went ahead and smudged it out, I'm going to take a green shadow. It's going to be the same one, or actually I fib, it's not going to be the same one. It's from the Morphe palette, and it's a dark, like forest green, like the color of my polo shirt here. I'm going to grab quite a bit of that, and starting from the outside, I'm I'm gonna work my way inwards a bit. I am gonna take another black liner. I'm giving this one a shot. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Glide On Eye Pencil, and it's just a plain black one. It's in black velvet. So, next what we're gonna do, before the under eye cleanup, I will be doing my top mascara. I do this, I leave the bottom until the very end of the look, so at least after the foundation, etc. is done. So what I'm gonna do next is take the Wet n Wild, this is the Prime and Seal, it's like a fiber lash duo. Then I'm gonna go ahead and peel away the tape very, very gently, and we can see that line from the Morphe palette. It's a little intense. So I'm gonna take, I already have like a wipe that I've been using on other things, so I'm gonna just gently wipe up that green makeup and just right underneath the eye to clean up anything that I need to. Alright, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is do my highlight. For the highlight, I am using a new shade of the Wet n Wild Illuminaughty highlighting and concealer pen. I was about to get tongue-tied there for a moment. This is in Posing Nude. I felt like Ivory Into You, like I've gotten enough sun that it was way too light. So this one is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get a little crazy with the Cheese Whiz, guys. And then I'm going to take a damp beauty blender, starting at the bottom, because as you push down like the brush stroke, more product ends up at the top of the eye, like towards the eye, and this dries really quickly. So I like to start at the bottom, that way I can kind of, you know, deal with everything a little bit more evenly. And then using this little beauty blender, I'm going to go in underneath my eye. And using the edge of it, I'm going to go along my wing. Okay, so to set that, I will be using the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder. This one is in Sheer, I do believe, or Translucent. Using that same damp beauty blender, I'm going to very, very gently pat this underneath my eye. And this just really gives you like a photoshopped finish. It makes your pores look gone. Like, I don't even, can you guys see this? I hope you guys can see how like smooth that is. Like, let's look at my forehead for a moment. Forehead, got some pores going on, and then smooth. So nice, so nice. $2. I literally placed an order and got 8 more. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is put the mascara on my bottom lashes, so that way we can say we're done with the eyes. To contour, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. This is in Deep, I do believe. Yes, this is in Deep. And I use the shade, what's the name of it? In Cinnamon. So Cinnamon is right here. That's the color that I use. I'm going to go ahead and carve out my cheeks, my chin, and my jawline. And then my forehead. So I'm going to go ahead and take this brush to get along my hair clips here. It's a little bit easier for me to do it that way. And then I'm going to take a beauty blender and just kind of blend that in a bit. I'm using an e.l.f. blush, and this is, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember the name of this one. It came in one of the blush palettes, but it is a kind of like pinky rose color. I'm actually using the highlight from the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette, which this, seriously, like the contour palettes and the highlighting palettes for $6 are phenomenal. So I'm going to grab a little bit of that highlighting shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and just put it right here underneath my eye and blend it into the blush. And I love it. It gives like a really nice glow without being glittery or too overwhelming. So I decided to go with a MAC lipstick today and a lip liner from Prestige Cosmetics. I believe I picked this up at Walgreens. It is the shade Bamboo. The MAC lipstick here is a Cremesheen in Shanghai Spice, which I thought would be a lot of fun given that the eyes are definitely bold, and I wanted to kind of keep everything, you know, kind of neutral except for the eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and start by lining my lips here. So next I'm going to go ahead and take a brush and just kind of blend out this lip liner a little bit. And then of course I'm going to take that same brush that I used to kind of blend everything out on the lips to apply my lipstick here. So this is one of my favorite lipsticks from MAC ever, and I'm kind of curious, do you guys have a favorite? If so, please let me know what your favorite color is. I am dying to know. I'm always looking for suggestions. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial as always. And yeah, so I don't really have a lot to say. Thank you if you're new for stopping in. Hi, how you doing? And if you've been around for a while, I greatly appreciate you so much. Thank you for all the love and support and for coming back. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.